You are about to enter the Red and Rev Sports Show experience. Get ready for some real sports talk from some real sports fans who were real sports athletes who have sports knowledge.
Well. What's up, everybody? Oh, football season is finally over with. So disappointed. But hey, another off season ahead of us, and new season is upon us, so new things can happen. Yeah, right. Anyway, what are we talking about today? Well, the football season's over with, but still, more Falcons drama awaits. We got James Pierce fiasco on the horizon, talking about the Super Bowl. Our thoughts on that. Darnold, has he finally escaped his demons, wrestled with his defeated his demons? Has Drake May defeat his demons? Marcel Ozuna moves on to a new team. We got more NBA brawls and statistics featuring the same team. Brave pitchers and catchers. I think all the players at Camp Camp. And Taylor injury to one of the top draft picks and a legal victory to one of the top NFL prospects. That and more. You know how we do it. Red. Well, not Red this week, but Red. Coach, your boy Hard. We got you this week, episode 411. Let's get it, baby.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Red and Red Sports Show featuring me, Coach. And we are here, and we are live, myself and Red. We are live from the AEL Charlotte. Give me real sports talkers. We're real sports fans who were real sports athletes who have what, Red? Real sports knowledge. Thank you for joining us here today on Red and Red Sports Show. We are on time and we are live and we got everything going. So we look forward to having a great show today. And as always, and we have a guy sitting in the bullpen ready to go. He's always there. He is the lone representative for the Duke Blue Devils on every waking occasion. Every time you see him, he's Duke bound, Duke blessed. H.O. is in the building. What's going on, H.O.?
Good morning. I guess I missed the ATL shouter, but ATL shouter, good morning. What's happening?
That's all right. You here. You are here. You're live. And
absolutely.
We if you would, please, ladies and gentlemen, please, if you don't mind, please like and share this broadcast. We welcome any new people to the show. Perhaps you'll get on here, you'll like it, and you want to come back every week. So like and share this post if you can, this show. And we're going to welcome the Rev Night Nation real quick. Let's see who's on board this early in the morning. Ladies and gentlemen, Big Z is in the building. Big Z said, good morning, Big Z. He said, I said Seattle could win the whole thing red, and they done it. So, all right, Big Z. He said, what's up, Coach in red? He's here today. He also said, what's up, cuz, to H.O. He's here. The VP is in the building. He's briefly in the building today. Must have a reunion. So he's ready to slam the St. Valentine's Day gavel to begin a lovely fire session of TRISS. Rev Night Nation, rise up and get those flowers and candy ready. Let's go. Today is Valentine's Day, where joy and love and happiness is in the air, and people show their affection. I guess they do. Most people do. We just have some things going on where some people didn't show quite the affection that they should have, but nevertheless, we're going to move on. All right. This is show number 411, and my 411 today goes to a guy who everybody knows. I mean, if you know baseball, you know this guy, Shohei Ohtani, and last year, the year before last, he accumulated a total of 411 total bases, ladies and gentlemen. That's a historic mark for him, 411. I was going to do Mary J. Blige, what's the 411? I could have done that one. That would have been a nice little shot. Or 411 is a number you call in distress. But we're going to do Shohei, his 411 total bases. I think that's the most in a while. And, he continues to pile on those MVP numbers. So, shout out to Shohei Ohtani for 411 bases. Guys, how's your weekend? How'd your week go? Fire away, ladies and gentlemen, fire away. How's your week going?
Go ahead, Red. You can go first.
I'm good. I had some craziness at work, but I'm good. Glad it's over with.
All is good on this end. Just plucking along here. Just plucking along.
Yeah. They predicted some clouds outside, but I guess the Lord says otherwise. He's in charge of the weather. He got a beautiful day out here outside my window. So everybody get to enjoy your Valentine's Day. Temperature not gonna be that cold. These so-called groundhog must have been either drunk or he just said, okay, my shadow gonna be out, and then he went back in and said, forget y'all, because it's gonna be nice.
I tell you, two people I'm tired of hearing about. I don't know if they're gonna enjoy their Valentine's Day. That is Cardi B and Candy Burrs. Boy, I'm so sick of hearing about them two. Oh Lord.
The bees, ladies and gentlemen.
Keep y'all sales out the news. We don't care, Candy. We don't care, Cardi. God.
Yeah, the bees, ladies and gentlemen. Cardi B and Candy B, ladies and gentlemen. The bees. They're in the news.
Candy B and Cardi B. Lord have mercy.
All right. Winston Thornton, good morning, Winston. Welcome. What's going on, fellas? In chat, smash that like button. Y'all are share. Winston Thornton is from the Eye Test, ladies and gentlemen. Please watch his show. They have a good show on the radio and on Facebook and everywhere. And the VP said, any day above ground makes for a great day. Thank the Lord for that. Amen. We do. We thank the Lord for this day. Big Z said, I'm Gucci. I deal with kids, so y'all can understand that. Big Z, where do you deal with kids at? I got to see this. This is going to be interesting.
Who's that? That's your brother, Horace?
Cousin.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Big Z is the cuz. So we'll await his response. Right now, we're going to move on.
My cousin's going to watch the show.
We're going to move on to our dope and open coat. What we liked, what we didn't like, and I guess what we got to deal with. Starting with you, Red. What you doping on today?
All right, I think I got some good ones this week. I'm doping on one Red Rose. And y'all, he is finally agreeing with James Harden for once in his life. When James Harden's talking about his little speech about team loyalty, I actually agreed with him because he's right. I mean, teams in sports look out for themselves. They look out for themselves more than they look out for the players. So players looking out for themselves these days, you can't really poo-poo it too much because, like you say, team loyalty is only so much, only for what that player can do for you. When the player can't do nothing for you no more, you discard it just like everybody else. So I can understand some players these days, just taking it upon themselves to look out for their own career, look out for their own financial wealth and whatnot. And as far as team loyalty go, hey, I'm only loyal to you, you loyal to me. So I agree with team James Harden for once on team loyalty because these teams continue to show you year by year how loyal they are to players all over the sports world. So, if you don't have a guaranteed contract, and really, even if you do got a guaranteed contract, they still might try to get rid of you, put that contract on another team. So, like I say, team loyalty only goes so far. Everybody knows it. I don't know if Harden, he spoke on it, so we all know what it is.
And we'll see how he does this year with Cleveland. He got to save Donovan Mitchell and Coco Jones' marriage, or try to at least. We'll see how that works.
The last person I wanted that in the head.
H.O., what you got?
Well, I'm gonna take my dope moment outside of the sports world, but I'm gonna intertwine it into the sports world. I'm doping on the fact that ATL guy in the music world got the whole nation in the chokehold with his new single, and that's Mr. T.I. Tip Harris. Yeah, so T.I. Tip Harris got a brand new single out called "Let 'Em Know," and so here on the Red and Rev show and Sports Roundtable, mashing together, we letting y'all know to continue to support and listen each and every week. So that's what I'm doping on.
All right, yeah. They said T.I. got a banger, baby. So it's all over. So if you hadn't heard it, you better get on the fine tune your sensory apparatus and listen to it because it's got a nice beat to it. Mm-hmm. I even heard the women talking about it, so it's got to be good. So yeah, old Tip with his little micro mini self. I didn't know he was that short until I saw him at a softball tournament, and I'm like, dog.
He's a little bitty dude now. For sure.
I didn't know he's a pocket rocket, but anyway. Yeah. All right. My dope moment goes to a guy that I don't know if America has even heard of this guy. But let me find his name real quick. I had him on here. Let me see. He plays for the University of Baylor. His name is Tice Armstrong. If you don't know Tice Armstrong, check your newspaper today. He did something that I know I'll never see again, and I know America probably won't see again. And if you know baseball, he hit three home runs in one game. Now that may not be much, but all three of them were grand slams in one game. And that's got to be a amount of miracle to hit 3 grand slams in one game. Every time you get up the base loaded, you hit a home run. So he gets the dope moment because that probably will never be done again anytime soon. And I know he's sitting there like, wow. And I think he's a freshman. So, hey, welcome to the team, Tice Armstrong for Baylor. They won 15-2, and he scored 12 runs by himself. So he gets my dope moment, Tice Armstrong. So congratulations, dude.
Cool.
All right, H.O., what's your note moment?
You can brace yourself, Coach. I'm not going there with my note moment, but I am going. I am going with I'm going with the note moment with the way Chris Paul ended his NBA career. Yeah. I'm noping on, I don't know, is the note on the NBA, the way that they counted, or the team itself, the way that they shipped him off and said, you know, he got to spend his last day in the NBA at home instead of on the court. That's a piss poor way to go out as a future Hall of Famer. So I'm noping on the fact that Chris Paul spent his last day in the NBA actually at home and off the court.
Yeah, I can agree with you. I'm not a great Chris Paul fan, but you know, he deserved better than that, considering what he's done in the NBA. And he's one of 3 players to have 20,000 points, so many assists, so many steals. So that's got to count for something. I mean, and he was going to retire this year, but to send him out and for him to have to retire like this was kind of sad. So
yeah, they couldn't have got him to the last game or something.
Yeah, who do you blame? I mean, but a lot of people to blame, but I'm sure he's going to sit out and going to take it easy and go do State Farm commercials, I guess. He can relax. No more basketball for Chris Paul. And that's a sad thing. My note moment, let's see. I had a couple, but I'm gonna find one. My note moment goes to the coach for Kansas State. I forgot his name, what his name is, but he just verbally dressed down his team on national media. And I'm like to myself, as a coach, you don't get on national media and just say your team is terrible. So now you expect them to play for you? After you dress them down and call them pathetic or whatever you call them and just really talked about them bad, I'm sure they sitting at home looking like, what in the world? That's what we are to him? And they don't have a winning record, but I can assure you,
and I go right to Pete Carroll,
I don't think he'll be the coach after this year. I don't see it. And I'm sure the players probably vote to say, yeah, let him go. We'll do it. No problem. But they may rally. Who knows? But I don't think that's the way to go, coach. So the Kansas State coach, you get my note moment for the week. All right, Red, what you got?
I'm noping on Roger Craig. And it's not, I'm happy that he made the Hall of Fame. I'm noping on his phony little moment when Ronnie Lott and Charles Haley came and knocked on his door for the Hall of Fame announcement. Roger, first of all, if you're going to open the door before they even knock on the door, it did. Wow! Doing all of that. And then when they announce that they dare to award you your Hall of Fame jacket, you acted surprised. Dude, wow, first of all, what did you think they were there for? Don't you see them yellow jackets on? and then you open the door before they even get a chance to knock on the door, and then when they tell you, hold on, before we all get too excited, we here to welcome you to the Hall of Fame. What? Dude, stop. You knew exactly what they were there for. I'm sure your family knew what they were there for. So, look, Coach Ho, I appreciate these little videotapes of folks knocking on the door. But can we get back to just having them in a hotel and they knock on the door there? Because these little visits to the home are becoming real, like, like videotaped and really just inaccurate or just ingenuous, because you ain't really expect me to believe Roger Craig didn't know what these guys were there for. No, come on, man. This stuff is getting silly now. Some of them are cool. I like Shannon surprising his brother. Larry Fitzgerald and Randy Moss was cool. But some of these other ones are getting ridiculous now. So, Roger Craig, you need to go back to acting school, because I didn't buy your performance. I think you knew why they were there. You probably knew why they were there before you even opened the door. That's why you were so excited. I don't believe you were that excited to get a visit from Ronnie Lott and Charles Haley. Just a regular old visit. You that excited. So, look, glad Roger Craig finally made the Hall of Fame. But nope to his reaction. Nope.
All right. All right. Ho, you did your note, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Okay.
everybody, we on coke now.
My coat moment, and I'm gonna jump right in. My coat moment goes to the University of Miami of Ohio. Now, Miami of Ohio is 25-0. They running through the league, NCAA. But I'm gonna cope with them because it may be a shame for y'all to get in the NCAA tournament and have to play one of them big boys like a Duke or Arizona or somebody and lose your first game in the NCAA tournament. That would be a big letdown, because nobody right now believes that you all are going to win the NCAA championship. I guess they say, well, hey, we're going to ride it as long as we can until we lose. But I would hate for that loss to come into the NCAA tournament, and that'd be your first loss, and you out and you at home with that nice, shiny, put a trophy on that 25 or 28-1 record, whatever record you got. But hey, good luck. I hope you, because they're right now, even though they're undefeated, they rank 50th as far as schedule. So that says a lot too. So, man, Ohio, good luck. Maybe you can pull it out, maybe you can't, but I hate for that first loss to be in the tournament. Red, what you coping with?
Well, not me, but Iman Shumpert. You're gonna have to cope with your ex-wife Tiana Taylor just getting all this praise and glory doing her little Oscar campaign run while you just on ESPN talking about sports. I'm glad you're on ESPN because you need the money too, but boy, your ex-wife is the talk of the town, buddy. Right by our side. But no, you wanted to act like a fool, and now you lost her, and now she is on to bigger and better things without you, Iman. How does that make you feel, man? Knowing that she the talk of the town, you ain't got her no more. But don't worry, because the other dude ain't got her no more either. So maybe y'all can commiserate about that, how y'all both lost her at the peak of her career. Aaron, Iman. Matter of fact, I add Aaron into the note too. Both of them. Note moments. Cope moments. Iman and Aaron Pierre have to cope with all of Tiana Taylor's success. Wow. Getting bigger after she leave y'all two dopes.
It happens.
Yeah.
Hey, Joe, what you got?
I'm coping with a report that came out that had the Braves the third best team in the National League. And I'm like,
What?
I'm not sure about that.
Third.
Even,
Okay, all right.
yeah, even if they ranking them third before the season, saying that they're the third best team in the National League, with some Kim being out and not having a full 5 starters, that's a whole lot of pressure for AA to combat. Even though they say Kim is ahead of schedule, that he might be back, early May instead of late May. But we'll see. But I'm coping with the fact that the Braves got pressure on her even without the rankings coming out. So it'd be interesting to see what they do.
That third best team thing, they got a lot to prove in that area, because that's, unless they found something that we don't know, which we'll talk about later, that's gonna be hard to prove. But hey,
yeah,
go Braves!
And,
all right,
they are eighth in the payroll. They are eighth in the payroll, the eighth highest payroll in the league. So they need to be in the top four to be doing something.
Yeah, we'll see how they can handle it, and hopefully they live up to expectations. Hopefully, we'll see.
As long as the lineup stay healthy, we should be all right. As long as we ain't got battles going in and out the lineup, if the battle stay healthy, I mean, then we just gonna have to worry about the pitchers. I mean, Sale and Lopez and a couple of them young boys gonna have to step up. I ain't expecting much from Elder. I don't even know if I'm expecting much from. I don't know who I'm expecting much from the pitching staff, but the pitchers gonna be the issue, not the hitters, hopefully.
Yeah, we'll see how they handle it. All right, let's go to the nation. Rev 9 Nation had, as usual, wide open with their comments. So let's see what they got. All right, let me pull it up. Let me scroll back a bit. Okay, Big Z said he drive a school bus for Rockdale County School. Well, hey, man, I applaud you, Big Z, because driving a school bus with some of these kids, yeah, you a good one, brother. I give you credit for that one. Joe Black said, hey, guys from YouTube land, good morning, Joe Black. The BP said the dope dark side defense making their presence known in football lore. The Legion of Boom is very proud. Great showing dark side. Drake May learned a lot about what he wasn't against that tough defense. I told y'all McDaniels had no answer. Yeah, that dark side defense destroyed him and made him look a human. All right. Double dope, I co-signed with HO. Let them know was jamming in my house this morning while I was cleaning up. TIP got another banger. All right. That must be number one on the charts. Well, it will be soon. All right. The VP said triple dope. Yesterday was the anniversary of the infamous John Chaney, John Calipari press conference, 2/14/94. It was legendary. Rest in power, Mr. Chaney. FYI, Calipari and Chaney made up and were friends many moons afterwards. The good old days. Yeah. On Valentine's Day, remember that fight? John Chaney hollered across the room, I'll kill you. And went out to Calipari, and that set off a nice little train of events going on, but it was funny. All right. VP said, note, young men, when these women don't want to deal with your raggedy tail, move on, bro. Yeah, it goes both ways, but I'm not talking about the females here. My message is targeted to the fellas. That I will not name sucker from the Falcons. You better hope to goodness gracious that Mr. Jackson doesn't find you. That's all I will say about that. Get well soon, Rakia J. All right. The VP said Red and Roddy Craig defense. He actually thought that the boys were coming over for the dinner. I'm going to defend my guy. All good. That was funny, though. These scenes are about as staged as a Drewski skit. VP, I'm going to give you a little notice, VP. Please, for your sake and everybody's sake in America, do not mention Drewski on this podcast, sir. Please keep Drewski out of here. Thank you, sir. We appreciate it.
Well, you can talk about him if you're dogging him out.
Dope. Joey Porter calling on Big Men for being a horrible person and teammate, and a lot of his former teammates showing up in the comments of the video supporting Porter. That's some in-house stuff coming to light, which the Steelers never do, but you got some people.
Oh yeah, I should have added that as a topic, Coach. I want to hear your thoughts on that.
The VP said, Coach, Derek Carr, do us all a favor and stay gone. Do not unretire. We would hate to have another Carr sucking his way back on the football field. Yeah, Derek Carr, we don't need you. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Who's telling these guys that we want them back? Boy, we didn't even want you from the beginning, Carr. I don't even like listening to your brother on NFL Network.
Winston Thornton said, nope, Lindsey Vonn decided on still participating in the Olympics the week after tearing her ACL just to compound fracture her leg. Yeah, that was kind of ugly. Everybody was hoping for the best, but, you know, sometimes the best doesn't happen. But she's going to she's had the surgeries, and they said she's doing fine, but her daddy said she would never participate again. If he said it, that must mean something. VP said, I'm about to head out. I may be back. I'm leaving the orders to Q the Lunis, or Lieutenant Sonar would say, Q the Lunis. Yeah. All right, VP. We'll talk to you later. Colt moment from Winston Thornton. Jags coming out now to say that Travis Hunter will now be a full-time cornerback and a part-time wide receiver, which should have been the move in the first case. Well, we'll see how it works. They are looking good, so we'll see if that addition pushes them over the top or not.
That's the right move, because that's what they need. You need a cornerback, and you just need maybe a part-time receiver coming out on the field every once in a while. You know, the food defense, but good move, Jags. You see the Jags making good moves now. Another trash team making some good moves now. Told you, Falcon fans, you just need good moves made.
Okay. Vincent said, correction. Date of that presser, 2/13/94 was the Cheney Calipari presser when they lost their mind.
Well, Cheney lost his mind. Calipari was in here.
Say you muted, Red, or you were muted. I don't know. Oh, Lord. Vincent, the VP said Drewski just entered the chat. Oh, Lord. See, there you go. We just said no, and you're going to throw him in there anyway.
I hope he won in that basketball game last night.
He was not. Thank goodness for everybody in America. He was not in the basketball game. He was not even on the team. I mean, on the court, which helped everybody else out. And
unfortunately, the other folks were.
Yeah, that was an interesting game last night. Well, we're going to discuss it in a few minutes. We'll discuss it now while we got it out. It was the NBA All-Star Weekend, and as the celebrity game was very interesting. You had some celebrities that people knew, and some celebrities that were happy to be on the court, and nobody knew, but they were just happy to be out there. Thank goodness. So now people may know them, and some people be like, "Who?" Still don't know them. Red, what's your opinion? Oh yeah, and then they had the Rising Stars game, which was pretty good. I think they're showing the NBA guys how to be competitive for a minute and show them how to play. But Red, what's your thought on All-Star Weekend so far?
So far it's a big dud. Because number one, I didn't even see the Rising Stars game. I was trying to find out what channel it was on. I'm looking all through my guide. I didn't know what channel. What channel was it on?
It was on I think it was on ESPN for a minute, but then
it was on Peacock. The celebrity game was on ESPN, but everything else was on Peacock.
Right. Okay, so Rising Stars, they streaming that. No wonder I couldn't find it. And then you should have streamed the celebrity game and put the Rising Stars on ESPN. I don't know what the world ESPN think. We want to see these bunch of nobodies who none of us wouldn't recognize in Starbucks if anyone walked in on this TV talking about a celebrity game. If it's a celebrity game, then should we recognize some of the people that's out there playing? Man, I didn't recognize none of them clowns except for the athletes, the form dog. It's sad when you got to get former athletes to be part of the celebrity game. Jeremy Lin, Jason Williams. What in the world these guys used to play? Taco, whatever his name is. And he got there playing like it's a real NBA game. 20 points. Dude, you 7'6". Of course you can dominate over those little folks And especially when those little folks ain't got no talent at all because they a bunch of nobody celebrities who nobody knows. God, we don't know any of these clowns. All these influencers and YouTubers, dude, you guys are not celebrities. We don't know who you are. We don't care who you are. We still don't know who you are. After Coach said you're trying to use this event to get your name out there, we still don't know who you are. It ain't like you went out there. Hell, the only person went out there that was balling was Taco Ball. So unless you went out there and was balling like he was, and we all know why that was, we just don't know you. Please stop with this phony celebrity. Can we go back to getting some real celebrities for this game? People that we actually want to see out there. You know, Glorilla was fine. I didn't mind the two owners out there, you know, trying to play ball, but we need real celebrities, man. Not these phony internet YouTubers, content creators thinking they celebrities. That's what started the whole Drewski stuff. That's all it is, coach. Just a bunch of Drewskis out there.
Oh, Lord. Hey, Joe, your comments.
Well, as hard as y'all are on Drewski, I'm gonna be just as hard on Kevin Hart when he's out there doing it. I'm glad he wasn't out there because he just overdo it every time. Sir. He might be worse than Drewski when it comes to being in front of the camera. So I'm just glad we didn't have to deal with the Kevin Hart butt kissing and overdoing it.
Man, I don't understand folks love for him either.
Yeah.
That little guy, I'd be like, boy, get your little butt out of here. I listening to your
shout out to Keenan Allen. He was doing a little hooping yesterday.
Yeah,
Keenan Allen. That's the other guy cool.
Yeah, Keenan Allen was doing a little hooping yesterday. So I was like, okay, Keenan, all right, but
I was saying you gotta get former Al. You might as well just make all on former Al. Just get NFL and baseball players to come out there and play basketball. I'd rather you do that. So at least we can see who got some skills in other sports. I'm saying I bet you y'all would prefer that than to have a bunch of internet folks out there who we don't know.
Well, the one guy,
Coach, what you say if you see Shohei Ohtani come out there hooping?
Yeah, it ain't gonna happen. Shohei look at the basketball like a hockey stick. No, thank you.
Yeah. If they're gonna use the internet, folks, you need to bring Country Wayne and all them out there. Then
you ain't lying. I think they probably got a little skill. The guy that won the MVP last year won it again. Now he can play for somebody who's not a basketball player. I forgot his name, but he can play. He had 17 last night.
He's a soap opera star. I don't know what show though. I got to figure it out.
He played pretty well. One thing I didn't like, why do you have Hampton and North Carolina A&T playing at 11 o'clock at night? What in the world was that about? You can let them play today.
I don't know how much I was watching it, but it was on.
It was a good game, and Hampton won by one, I believe, or North Carolina won by one. But why you got it at 11 o'clock at night when people going to sleep? That didn't make any sense. That's the so-called HBCU classic. I mean, it was a classic, but dog, everybody sleep. Nobody watching. But, you know, maybe they'll work that out. They could have. I'm just curious to see the dunk contest, and I don't know who in it. And somehow and I don't care because most of the people that can dunk or used to dunk are judges now. So Mac McClung, they said he can't be in it because Draymond Green said, why are you going to put a G League in an NBA All-Star dunk contest? I'm like, Draymond, you can't dunk. Be quiet. Nobody talking to you.
The guy you're looking for, coach, is named Rome Flynn.
That's him. Thank you. Thank you, Joe. Rome Flynn. Yeah, he can hoop a little bit. And Shams Charania, your celebrity game debut did not look good. You were 0 for 3 from the field. He got some good jump shot ability. His jump shot looked good. He just couldn't hit any shots. But hey, that's how it goes. He reports on the NBA, and everybody said, "Well, can he play?" Yeah, he can play a little bit. He had a few assists, but couldn't get any points across that thing. That's okay, Sean. It's okay.
Sean went over, huh? I saw him shoot a jump shot, and it didn't.
It was over. And Jeremy Lin still got his little long range ability. Hit a 4-pointer toward the end of the game to seal the win. Giannis, great job getting your brothers involved because otherwise nobody would know who they are. Great job making them assistant coaches and wasting their time because nobody would know them if you didn't. So good job, Giannis. You're a good brother. Trying to save them two clowns that are still taking up space in the NBA.
But man, they got to step out on themselves now and try to be their own man. He already got y'all money. Why y'all still following him around? I mean, once my brother got me some NBA money, I'm gonna try to be my own man now. I mean,
at least one got a podcast. He doing pretty good.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying, following around his coach. I mean, you don't have to follow around your big brother all the time. God, be your own man.
Oh, yeah. Winston said double-double. Bron with a 28-point triple-double to be the oldest player to get a triple-double. Well, I mean, nothing he do now. It's time for the, nothing he does surprise people because everybody know he can still play. It's not a matter of can he play or not.
These bruh fans, they get excited over so much. That's how I know he ain't the GOAT. Why is Bron fans getting excited over all this little stuff? I mean, he played for almost 30 years. He gonna have a whole lot of records. He pretty much gonna be the oldest that do everything. If he go out there and score 50 points, what they gonna say? Oh, he's the oldest guy to score 50 points? Come on, man. Yeah.
No.
These guys, they want LeBron to be the GOAT so bad that they try to put every accomplishment on a pedestal. And then they wonder why folks laugh at them. I mean, you don't see Jordan and Kobe fans doing that. They don't talk about every single. They don't even talk about. How often you see me talk about Kobe accomplishments? I'll come over here every day saying, "Woo, look what Kobe did. Oh, look what Kobe did. Oh, look what Jordan did. Oh, H.O. talking every day. I know you. Look what Jordan did. Come on, man. Every accomplishment he got is not something to be like. The dude is a great player. Mm-hmm. Okay, he's one of the NBA greats. He ain't the greatest. He never will be.
Next is gonna be LeBron is the oldest guy to get a technical foul in the NBA.
No, AJ. See, you wrong for that. It's gonna be LeBron is the oldest player to shoot free throws with a Band-Aid on his middle finger at the end of the game. That's gonna be it. Y'all gotta put it in context. So
man, I'll be so glad when this year over with, man. So we be done with this guy. Oh God, hurry up and get this year over with. Let him go back to Cleveland, and then I can start back hating on the Cavs. really hating on the Cavs again.
Red.
Yeah, boy. Ooh.
Winston Thornton said, "Red, you sound like a pure hater. Jordan and Kobe fans can't say that because they didn't do it. That's the difference."
Yeah. Okay. Bron fans, they just sound like Charlie Brown teacher to me these days. Womp, 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 womp.
Yeah, man.
They've been whining and crying since he been in Miami. They was whining and crying before he went to Miami. And they still whining and crying now, trying to get this guy to be the greatest. And nobody still think he passed Jordan. That's sad.
First of all,
man played almost 30 years and nobody still think he better than Jordan, except for his little cult followers.
Anybody that talk about the Charlie Brown teacher, I got disrespect for you. Don't ever talk about her. She had her moment. Wah, 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 wah. I mean, and the kids understood, so we should understand. In the story.
Yeah, that was amazing. They understood.
All right. We'll see what happens tonight with the dunk contest and the 3-point shootout. I can't believe that Damian Lillard is participating in. That's going to be quite interesting to see him shoot.
Don't worry. Con Knipple.
Oh, H.O. thrown down the gauntlet. I knew that was coming. Con Knipple, who can shoot the lights out of the gym, is going to be in the All-Star. Do you predict him to be the winner, H.O.?
Yes. They're going to LA to see who gonna come in second place.
All right. Because every time I think about that, I think about Larry Bird walking into the locker room and telling everybody, all right, which one of y'all gonna finish second? See, I mean, Larry Bird was underlying cocky and just told everybody which one of y'all gonna finish second, and then went out there and beat everybody like it wasn't nothing. Like, hey, I asked y'all a question. So, yeah, we'll see what Knipple does. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Well, Coach, speaking of Coco, let's see if Coco get Donovan Mitchell some luck tonight because he in the contest.
Oh,
Now,
I know she's gonna
don't
be
go out there
there.
and choke him. Don't go out there and choke in front of Coco now, Donovan. Now, I'm sure she'll be in the house.
Yeah, she'll still telling
We
me
got,
love you a long time. So
but let me tell you all the participants. You got Devin Booker, you got Damian Lillard, which is a surprise. You got Mitchell, you got Maxey in the contest, Jamal Murray, and Norman Powell. Oh, and Bobby Portis in the contest, and of course Con Knipple.
Bobby said he ain't got nothing better to do, so he might well jump in there. Why not?
I get that's exactly why I think he in the contest. He just said, "Man, I ain't never done it before. Let me give it a try. I'm gonna be out here in LA. Might well do something."
All right, HO. I'm putting the what's names on Calm Knipple to see what happens. I'm putting the fruit cups out there.
There you go. I don't win you some fruit cups.
See if Knipple can pull it out and get a win. All right, let's get to the.
I think he's gonna be one of the guys we're not thinking about. Maybe a Maxey or a Powell. Or I might cheer for Mitchell so Coco can give him a big kiss tonight. So I don't know. I might go for Mitchell. If Coco in the house, I might go for him so he can show out in front of his woman.
Yeah, we're gonna go from Valentine's Day love to something that I don't have nothing to do with love. James Pierce Jr., the fiasco that surrounds him has turned into an international incident, and it is not a pretty incident with him and the situation that surrounds him and Rakia Jackson, WNBA player for the LA team, Sparks. HO, give us your opinion on this, and how do you think it's going to turn out?
If there any video evidence of him putting his hands on this lady, then he going to jail. His NFL career will be absolutely over. Him and Ray Rice might as well start playing spades together because that's gonna be it. You know, but you know, it's sad that maybe instead of drafting him, maybe he should have took a year off and went to therapy, because on his player profile in the draft it says off the field issue, character issues, but Terry fell to the pressure of trying to get sacks in a defensive end, and now he done put the organization in a tougher situation. You know how they say, well, when I break up with you, you should be better off. Well, that's not the case in this case. James Pierce has actually just ruined the 2026 season with this. You know, I thought I was pissed off at Eugene Robinson at the Super Bowl that year.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, this is absolutely a train wreck at this particular point. This is, Eugene Robinson was dealing with prostitutes, but this dude here is, this is something that we don't need in the world right now with guys that's that big putting hands on women. So yeah, it's gonna be a tough situation for my man. The bond was kind of low, so that leads me to believe that they're trying to work with him, but you better hope no video. You better hope TMZ not on the scene trying to buy a video.
Yeah, they seem to have everything.
It's a wrap. I'm talking about absolutely wrap. There's $7 million, all the promises that he made to his family. Y'all might as well go ahead and start working at Walmart, because it ain't gonna happen.
All right, Red, what you got?
I'm with HO as far as the severity of his decision. The one thing I disagree with HO as far as he ain't ruined the Falcons. He don't ruin himself. Falcon moving on from this clown. We got a whole new regime in here. This regime, and I'm saying in a positive way, HO, this regime didn't even pick him. So, dude, you screwing yourself You ain't screwing my team. I can promise you that, dog. Falcon gonna, matter of fact, I know we gonna be all right. Just cause you got yourself in this mess, I know we gonna be all right. Cause we ain't gonna let no clown like you hold us back, dog. You are gonna, like H.O. say, if video evidence, if anything come out in addition to what we already seen, your A is grass, okay? And your A is already grass now, okay? Like I say, I don't see any positive outcome from this for you. $20,000 bond, yeah, bond, HO, not bail. So that was just a percentage of what the bail actually was. You remember the bond is just a percentage. He didn't get it, wasn't 20,000 bail, you know. So, dude, it was an egregious, heinous act that you did on poor Rakia. Now you don't turn another pretty woman into a Falcon hater now. She probably hate the Falcons as long as you on the team. So we're going to have to get rid of you pronto. Because I don't want Rakia taking out her anger on my Falcons. But dude, you crazy, man. Like like H.O. say, Terry, this is twice now. Twice you have ignored the cons of players. You ignored the injury issues with Penix. Now you ignore the violent issues with James Pierce. That is twice, man. You just say, I'm going to ignore all the negative stuff and just go right on and then draft the guy. No, moron. That's why your butt got fired. Everybody jocking Terry. Oh, Terry did so well. Look at how, he didn't do anything. That what he did is ignore a whole bunch of red flags. And that's why we in the situation we is now with our quarterback and with our pass rusher. So, Terry, I am glad you gone. I don't think Matt Ryan and Ian Cunningham will ignore the same red flags that you did. So, new regime, James Pierce, you had a chance to impress yourself on this new regime, and you did nothing. You impressed the new regime so bad, Kevin Stefanski don't even want to talk about you in the press conference. So I ain't talking about no James Pierce questions at all. Good job, Kevin. Don't even associate yourself with this clown. I'm kind of leaning more to a Kevin more and more every day now. But just a disgrace, man. You just take your great rookie season, like H.O. said, you could have took care of your family, possibly at least had them living a better life. And now you about to be the black sheep of the family, man. So had a promising NFL career about to turn to nothing now. Boo-boo. All because you don't understand the word no. You don't understand when a woman say, I don't want you no more. You understand, James? That means live, mind your business and leave her alone. You was in California at the NFL honors. What the world did you get on a plane for and go to Florida? Well, I mean, as soon as the NFL honors was over with and sitting there listening to your mom up on stage say all those nice, phony things about you, because you ain't a good son. You a dumb son, a stupid son, and you are embarrassing son for putting your family and your mom and everybody that took up for you in this position right now. You are a disgrace to my Falcons. You are a disgrace to all the rookies that came out. You are a disgrace to Tennessee, and your butt need to be out the league and in a cage somewhere until you learn how to handle your emotions, young man. You are a menace to society, and I want you away from my Falcons immediately. Okay, James Pierce, you are done. Bye.
Well, Fontenot and company ran many red lights. Basically, what it's saying, they ignored the red lights and went on through them because they know no police were around. So they said, "Hey, we can run through the red lights."
Is that what T.I. was talking about when he started off his new song?
What did he say?
running through the checker flag, running through the red lights, or something like that.
Oh Lord!
I would assume he was. But for James Pierce, let me say this. You rather be judged by 12 and then carried by 6. Because if in all due knowledge, all those policemen on top of you, they could have ended your life, young man. They could have. Going by the history of what the police do to people like that, and you 6'4", 6'5", 230, like, yeah, and they had to force you down to the ground, yeah, they could have quickly ended your life and not even blinked.
Mm-hmm. That's it. Yeah. They feared for their lives.
You mean to tell me he got sacked?
Yeah, he got sacked. Yeah, you say that's right. He got sacked.
He got sacked.
And is there hope for him? Sure there is. Everybody has hope, but you should be thanking the Lord above. Number one, you get another chance at life. And what you should be doing is, and I mean, you have no say so on whether she forgives you or not, but you should be apologizing to her and her family publicly and saying that and moving on with your life. Because like I've said all along, there are a lot of Rakia Jacksons in the world. There are beautiful women everywhere. Florida, California, Atlanta, wherever you are, there are beautiful women everywhere. And I know she must have been a good woman for you to do all that, but you can't. She broke up with you. It happens every day in America. Divorce, separations, relationships, they break up every day in America. And if you are not mature enough to move on, then you may not need to be in a relationship. Because if it gets that serious to where you get that serious, you got to rethink yourself, son. You need to be in somebody's counseling room or church or somewhere saying, I'm sorry and apologize. Like I said, it's not up to you whether somebody forgives you or not, but you at least need to make that effort and then try to piece together your life. Now, whether you're going to go to jail or not, we're not talking about misdemeanors. We're talking about felonies, and one of them is against a police officer. Not good for you. And then when it comes to a woman being abused, are you trying to abuse her? That's not good. But now I wonder, and I'm not taking his side, I'm wondering throughout all this, did he strike her with his hand at any point of their relationship? They have not said that. Nobody said anything, but she's going to testify. She says she's willing to testify. And I want to hear her side because she's been quiet, and I don't blame her. She's been pretty quiet about everything. I want to see what she says. And if she ever in her point of her testimony says that one time he got physical and struck her one time, well, you can turn the light. The defense need to rest, Your Honor, because that's all she wrote. That's going to be it. You got a little leeway because of what you did, but you if you hit her with your hand at any point in the 3 years y'all were together or whatever, you can cancel Christmas, young fella. So we're going to see how it plays out through this year. I don't know when the trial comes. It could be coming up soon. But I know that you sobered up by now or whatever. If you were under alcohol or high, whatever, I'm sure you come to the realization now that I made a mistake and it's going to cost me. It could cost you a career. It's funny, like Red said, just early in the day, you were honored as one of the best defensive players in football as a rookie, 10.5 sacks. And throwing all that away is kind of ridiculous. But like I always like to use it, and every time when I heard it, it stuck with me for a while. From I Think I Love My Wife, when that man told Chris Rock, you can lose a lot of money. I mean, you can't lose money, a woman chasing money, but you can lose money chasing a woman. And now it comes full circle for you, Mr. Pierce. So we'll see. We'll see how it plays out.
I stopped the chase years ago.
Winston Thornton said
his whole rookie contract was guaranteed at $7 million, but that if the NFL sees something, they can void it.
Yeah, that's probably what they mean about now. Winston said the bond is low due to Florida changing their bail laws due to jail overpopulation. It's not standard as it would have been in other places. Spoke with a bondsman down in Florida that will be on my show soon. That's going to be interesting. Marion Franks, good morning, Marion. That's a very good point. Sometimes you have to know how to move on. And Winston Thornton said, Red, I'm going to send you a copy of the police report so you can read it out loud so you can see what happened as far as his bail and his bond and whatever, I guess. And Marion said, the Falcons saw all the warning signs pre-draft. Do you think this experience will change who they draft in the future? I'm sure it's going. Go ahead, Red.
Y'all gotta understand, this is a new regime. This regime didn't draft James Pierce. So look, y'all better stop putting James Pierce on this new regime. They ain't got nothing to do with him. This ain't Matt Ryan's guy. This ain't Ian Cunningham's guy. This ain't Kevin Stefanski guy. This was Terry Fontenot's last idiotic mistake. And hopefully his last mistake is gonna follow Terry right on out the door. So hey, this ain't gonna hold us back at all. We ain't got no huge financial investments in James Pierce. What y'all say? $7 million? That ain't nothing right there. $7 million, get on up out of here. Take your $7 million and get out the door because you are done. I'm not cheering for this guy again. I hope he should never play for the Falcons again. And no Falcon fans should want him on the team after this embarrassment. So look, this ain't holding us back. And this ain't no stink on us. This is all on Pierce right here. Pierce, you all alone, buddy. Because I'm not gonna let you take my Falcons down with this. We ain't got no commitments to you. Like I say, that $7 million, we'll eat that up like a steak. Get on up out of here. You ain't tied to us at all. But I can understand what the fans talking about though. It seems like we tied to them, but we not. Not really.
Winston said if Falcons can void 3/4 of his signing bonus and his other $7 million, Falcons can recoup roughly $19 million, which is, I'm sure, they are thinking about right now and meeting about it. And we're going to hear something about that real soon, how they going to handle this with him. And again, not saying it's a racial issue, but it's just too often we hear stories like this dealing with our young black men, and I'm assuming that they still have those seminars on how to deal with things like this, and how to deal with young women, and how to deal with all kind of temptation or whatever, as you being a pro for the first time in your life. If they don't, please give me money. I have a seminar for them. If you bring me. Please bring me. I'll give them a seminar, and I'll just give them the 411, the 911, everything else on how to deal with certain things that come in your life like this. Because it's just sad to watch a career go. Red, the incident is at the bottom of the picture. I sent it in messages. So Winston sent you messenger. Jerome Case, good morning, Jerome. He said, we, us, is them, and they. Okay. But it's still happening. Marion said, this is the Falcons' first time going after a guy who had that dog. Unfortunately, he had anger issues. Does this affect us going after players who have that dog because he was impactful? Now,
No. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, Red.
I'm gonna say no because, dude, he had red flags already. So the Falcons went after him knowing about the real, not the Falcons. Terry went after him, foolishly traded a first-round draft pick, knowing about the guy's red flags. So no, we're not we're gonna keep going after guys that's gonna help our team. James Pierce should never have been drafted by the Falcons or no other team in the first round because he had red flags. No, this is on Terry for ignoring the red flags. Now, if another player come up in the draft and he got that dog, but he don't have the same red flags as Pierce, we're gonna take him. And you can have that dog without the red flag. Pierce had that dog in addition to those red flags. So dog You got dog in you, but no red flags. That's fine. You got dog in you with red flags. Yeah, we probably will ignore you. What you
Now,
think, Hope?
now, just looking at the overall picture, I've seen it, and I just saw this with a teacher. They had a teacher in DeKalb County who just got sentenced to life in prison for killing 2 people, and he was in a gang. He kept that well hidden when they had the interview process or whatever, because I don't think they knew about it until after they hired him, and then he got hired, and the truth came out. So it's easy to disguise it. It's
so you got hired in the school turned into The Wire.
Yeah, it got easy. It's easy to hide it and disguise, and but unfortunately, it comes out, and that's the sad part. Winston said this situation, along with Cousins' contract, may truly hinder Fontenot chance of becoming a GM anytime soon. Yeah, Terry, your situation is interesting, and it's gonna be hard for somebody to look at you with a job. All right. Jerome said, Coach, seminars don't change character issues. Team need to evaluate character over talent. Red has the right outlook and understanding. Oh, no, I'm not saying it changes anything. I'm just saying that they have these seminars to tell and warn these people, kids that are coming in about things, getting involved in things like that. It's just a warning. It's not saying it's going to stop it. Oh, no, if you got a character issue, a seminar not going to change anything. But they are obligated to me to talk to them about things or doing things that may cost them their job and cost them whatever. I mean, as a teacher, we got I'm trying to think of the name, morality clauses where they talk to us about certain things we do that could cost us our jobs. And we get it all the time. And then when I coach, they told us, if you're working with those kids, don't do anything that can cost you your big job. Coaching is a little job. Teaching is a big job. And now recently, they got it where coaches can lose their teaching job if they mess up on the coaching job. So it's not going to stop it. It just giving you a warning, letting you know, don't do certain things that's going to cost you all your money. It ain't just going to cost you a coaching job. Go ahead, H.O.
I was going to say, this is a perfect example of how you put some fruit cups up and don't win.
Yeah.
Risk. They risk, even though it said character issues on his draft profile, they wanted to get the risk because they wanted the praise of getting 2 defensive ends instead of staying away from the risk of not getting defensive end. So I'm not sure how much they trusted Jalen Walker if they had to go up and get somebody with character issues. That's what they're saying.
Terry just trying to make a big splash after all the disappointment he had years prior, and he wanted to make a big splash, and he splashed too much. You already had the splash with Jalen Walker, and you even splashed again with Xavier Watts and the Billy Bowman kid. But Pierce, and you traded the first round pick for that is gonna be your last mistake, man. I mean, you were looking good. You were looking good, Terry. I'm not gonna lie. We're not gonna act like we weren't excited about the Rich City. We're not gonna lie on you, Terry. You were looking good up until 2 or 3 weeks ago. But hey, you still gotta take this hit, man, because you drafted this guy. You traded a first round pick for this guy. So you got to take this hit, man. I mean, red flags were all around. So it is what it is, man. You were looking good up until 2 weeks ago till he showed us you know what.
Yeah, it's amazing. That's just this is life taking place. It's amazing that one day you can be the belle of the ball. Everybody loves you. Say James Pierce did this and James Pierce did that. And in a span of 24 hours, you are one of the most hated men in America. because of what came out and what you have done to get that. So,
hey, it's more than that, Coach. I mean, that's the reality of it. But on the football side of it is, you know, when people say, well, you know, the Falcons don't have no first round draft pick, and they say, well, you know, well, this is what we got. It was worth trading up to get him, the this and this and that. But now, how do you feel now after all this has come out?
exactly. Yeah, what's your story now on the situation?
Now
All right.
the first round draft pick that we missed it hunts us now because we don't have, and now we're finna lose him, and now the more pressure is on Walker. Now you're gonna expect him to get 10.5 sacks.
Yes, sir. Jerome said, "I'm with you."
The pressure is on them other scrubs that's on the defense. Somebody finna step up, and we can still grab another guy in this draft. I mean, we still ain't drafted this, or we can pull another guy for free agency. Look, we know the scheme now. Auburn scheme works, so we just got to plug and play, baby. We'll find somebody. We'll find somebody in addition to what we already have. I ain't gonna let James Pierce ruin my Falcons upcoming Falcon season. I won't do it.
All right. Jerome said, "I'm with you, Coach. Too many players lack emotional intelligence, and I praise for their relentless aggression on the field. Get these players mental health coaches too. The Falcons took a risk and they lost. Yeah, and they did take a risk, and yeah, sometimes you can get a roll of 7. Sometimes you roll snake eyes. So yeah, they got snake eyes on this one.
Shake them up.
Winston said Walker is a better linebacker and Pierce is a better edge. Walker was being groomed to take over for Ellis in the future. Ellis was an edge first, then moved to middle linebacker, which is what we're doing with Walker. Now, I'm going to jump back to Walker, and then we're going to go on to halftime. Walker is not exactly clean, considering what happened with him and the incident that happened in the driving incident, because he was part of that. So let's not clear him.
Nice, coach.
We're gonna say that and keep it moving, because at least he came out. Walker had taken charge of what happened with him, and now he's one of the best players and defensive players in the NFL. So, you know, it's all about what you do. Like Jerome said, emotional intelligence. You rise up and overcome that and change your life for the better. It's not impossible, which he's shown by him being a great player. Then he kind of messed it up with the spitting incident, but we're not going to say that. We're going to move on.
Who is that?
Walker.
Oh, I didn't even know Walker had a spitting incident.
Wasn't that him that spit on Dak Prescott?
No, that was Carter, Jalen Carter.
Oh, okay, that's Carter. I'm sorry, my bad. I'm sorry, Walker. I'm not gonna throw you in there, make you look bad. All right.
Yeah, that was Carter with the driving incident too, y'all.
Yes. Okay. Moving on. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Walker went there. He was in North Carolina.
Okay, we're gonna move on. Thank y'all for correcting me. It's halftime. Okay, Jerome said right now, before we go to halftime, the Falcons need a team psychological coach like Wendy from the show Billions.
I didn't watch too many episodes of Billions, Case. I heard about it. Now, is that the girl that was from Sons of Anarchy? They played Wendy?
He'll let you know. And Winston said Ulbrich's scheme is going to morph now to something closer to Vic Fangio, with Tulu being promoted to linebacker coach. All right, y'all.
Hey, Fangio work. Fangio scheme work too. Hey man, long we good, y'all. I'm not gonna let Pierce hold us back. My bad, Coach. Go ahead, halftime.
We'll talk. We'll come back and talk. It's halftime, ladies and gentlemen, on the Red and Rail Sports Show. We're going over several topics. 1 hour down and 1 hour to go, I believe. We'll see what happens when we come back. So y'all stick and stay, and we'll see y'all in a few minutes. We are back. All right, we're back on the Red and Red Sports Show. Well, we thought we were back. The music still playing. There we go. Thank you for stopping. Music tried to fight, but we're back. We had a comment. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Jerome answered your question. He said, Red, you need to go watch it. And yes, talking about the show Billions.
Yeah, I heard it was a good one, Jerome. It's Paul Giamatti and Damien, the Damien guy he used to be in Homeland. But yeah, I heard it was good. I try to get to it, man. I got so many shows in the queue, man. I get to it. I still got to watch the Dexter Resurrection. So I tell you what I did start this week, Coach, you too. I started The Pit, the medical show, the new doc, and I don't even watch medical shows, but man, that Pit, not bad.
Well, I'm gonna say this briefly, and we're gonna get to that later. I just started watching Cross with Aldrich Hard, so that's all I need.
That's the one. That one slipped by me. I had it on my list, and some other stuff came out and slipped right on by me. And now I see season 2 about to start. So thank you, Coach. I got to get on that one, and I got to finish my Reacher, Jack Reacher season 3. See, them Amazon shows, them the ones I be sleeping on sometimes, them Amazon shows.
All right. We're about to get into our 5 for 5. Well, we got 5 topics. We got 2 people who debate the topics. And we see what they think about these particular topics that we have. Waiting on HO to come back. All right, HO is back. So
I know HO don't want me to talk by myself now. I'll do it. I'll take your time too.
All right. Red, Winston said Billions is like that along with Succession. And Alex Cross season 1. Yeah, we're gonna get in that. Yeah, season 1 was very interesting. Twists and turns.
Cross the crime drama. I think Succession and Billions, they're more like corporate drama. They're more about like business things. But I think.
All right. The VP before he left, he said we could cue the Lunas, and I am. So the Lunas has been queued. We got 5 topics. We're gonna start with you, Red. So get ready.
All right.
Topic number 1. Marcell Ozuna is gone. What's your opinion on that?
Kind of mixed. Half and half. I mean, you did some good things for us. You did some questionable things, but you kind of redeemed yourself from the questionable things, I want to say. So all in all, overall, I say it was a good trade because I mean you led the league in home runs, I think twice. At your position, I think twice for us while you was here. You got a ring while you was here. You provided our offense some much needed power from that DH position. So all in all, it wasn't a bad tenure from Marcell. Like I say, you take away the issue with his wife and whatnot, and it's almost a perfect tenure. So I'm gonna miss him a little bit because he did offer something to our offense that we don't know if we can replace it yet. Hopefully we can, but it was a good signing, and I'm gonna miss you, big Z. What was it called? The Big Bear. Yeah, I'm gonna miss the Big Bear in the middle of our lineup. But like I say, it's baseball, you know, earns the right to move on. And thank you for what you did for my Braves. Glad you got a ring out of it.
Hey, Joe.
Yeah, the Big Bear represented what the Braves need to represent, which is resilient. Every time he was down and out and people thought that he had played his last days or whatever the case may be, he came through and did what he needed to do. The more, what I'm gonna miss most about him is that he was Acuna's big brother, uncle, or whatever you want to say, and that's going to keep him in line because he's sort of a hothead himself. So that's what I'm gonna miss about Ozuna. But yeah, the locker room will miss him more than his play. Defensively, he's not good. Yeah, so that's what I'll miss.
All right.
He was
Staying
big
with
brother to a lot of players.
Oh, excuse me. Staying with you, H.O. Braves pitchers are already hurt. Some of them are already on the shelf. What's your top thoughts on that? Braves pitchers getting hurt.
Let's pray. Yeah, let's pray because yeah, just a tough situation with the pitching staff. Hopefully, we had one of those years where the pitching staff together had one of their best years and stay healthy. This is a must stay healthy year for the Braves pitching staff. So if we can stay healthy, then I can deal with it. But other than that, we only got four starters right now. Fifth starter is to be determined. So we'll see. Like I said, let's pray.
All right. Red.
Not good. But I'm hoping that that's what the minor league for. Like April say, you gotta have some health this year. If our pitching staff stay healthy for the majority of the year, then we probably will be third best team or one of the top teams in the National League. But that's a big if, especially when we already starting out one of our best bullpen guys on the DL and one of our starters on the DL, Schwimmelbach and Joe Jimenez. Now we still got Sale and Strider and Lopez, and man, I'm not even counting Elder, man. I'm gonna go home. So we need Strider to bounce back from an injury plagued season. We need Sale to stay healthy for the majority of the season. Lopez, you got to stay healthy because you didn't give us anything last year. And Grant Holmes say he 100%. So we're gonna see Grant, and that fifth starter is gonna have to be Waldrop. I don't know why they're not saying it right now. What they need to see some training camp from or something to see if he still got that splitter. Waldrop should be our fifth starter. So I'm done with Bryce Elder. I don't want to think about Bryce Elder no more. I'm hoping we can trade Bryce Elder to another team so we can tee off on him for once when we playing him instead of him letting other batters tee off on us. So if Bryce Elder in the lineup, then I'm really concerned, H.O. But as long as Bryce Elder ain't in the lineup, I think we'll be all
right. All right. Coming back to you, Red. We moving on to the world of college basketball. Caleb Wilson for North Carolina has a fractured hand, and North Carolina is definitely impacted by this.
Fractured wrist.
A wrist, I mean. Do they make the tournament? Yes or no? And how do you feel?
Oh yeah, they're gonna make the tournament now. I mean, they're gonna top team in college basketball. So I just can't see a basketball tournament without you. What's they ranking right now?
11.
Oh, ain't no basketball tournament without UNC. We can rank 11. Yeah, I wish my Bulldog was ranked 11. But yeah, they definitely gonna make the tournament. Now the impact going forward in the tournament without hopefully he can get back. I mean, what's the prognosis? Do they expect him back by the tournament, or he out for the whole tournament?
Indefinite.
Well, I don't think it's going to affect his draft status, but it might affect Coach and his UNC title hope. Because that kid was definitely one of their best players. And without him, you're asking him, you're going to need somebody to step up from the bench. Now, the coach, name skipping right now, but he's going to have to coach somebody up from the bench. What's that coach name, Coach?
Hubert Davis.
Yeah,
Hubert Davis.
Hubert Davis, yeah. So Hubert Davis going to find somebody to step up in his place. But I mean, UNC, so they probably got somebody waiting in the wings who we don't even know about to come in and drop 20 or 30. So I mean, it depends on how good a recruit Hubert Davis is, how good that bench is. Coach, you probably know better than me. Somebody on the bench gonna have to step up, but I think it won't impact his draft status, but it might impact North Carolina in turn. We'll see.
I can tell you firsthand before HO says something, they don't have anybody to take his place. That's they score 30. I doubt it. They can come. You got several people that can combine, but that kid was a threat. 20 points a game, 10 rebounds, around 10 rebounds a game, and nobody gonna take it 50. You know, they just next man up. Somebody just had to try to score 10 or 15 and see what happens. HO, could you give us your unbiased opinion?
I sure can. And let me just do it this way.
What the?
See? That's messed up.
Hey, when karma comes back to hunt you, it comes back.
Oh Lord.
It is what it is. I'm sorry to see the kid fracture his wrist. He's definitely a top 3 pick in the NBA draft. I don't think it affects his draft status, but you better believe that going into the tournament, they're looking at that to determine how much, how high, how low, and all this other kind of stuff. Bubba Cunningham is not on the committee this year, so you ain't got to worry about the favoritism from last year.
All right.
But the injury will affect, how they're seeded. And then when he comes back from injury, that's going to determine a lot of where they're going to be seeded in the NCAA tournament.
Does this determine anything, or if he comes back to Chapel Hill next year?
No, he ain't coming back now.
Okay.
Wait for thinking.
All right. King Atlanta, what's up? I'm sorry I didn't come through. Join us on YouTube. What's going on, King? Appreciate you joining. All right. Back to you, HO. We're going to the world of college football. Trinidad Chambliss got a legal victory. Coming back for another year at Ole Miss. Questions abound. Does this give Ole Miss a chance at winning a national title, or it just put them in the conversation?
It gives Ole Miss a chance to have a redemption for what they did last year, because to have this kid to fight back for what he had to fight back from, and two, yeah, he's going to lead this team, and he's going to have a bigger chip on his shoulder. So I would assume that Ole Miss they'll probably be right back where they were in the Final Four of college football for next year, if all goes well and all stays healthy, because I think he is definitely on some type of redemption tour.
All right, Red.
Personally, I think too much is making about too much noise about all this. Man. I think he just come on to the NFL. He understands because he's trying to get a little paper. But how long you been in school? What, 6 years?
Red, your volume is low for some reason.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, much better.
All right. Like I say, I'm just sick of all this legal stuff. You're turning college football into a law drama. Time to come out, man. I don't know what you're trying. Well, I know why you're trying to say you want to get that one last meal check, but it is time to come out. If you're gonna play pro, come on out now, because you're gonna look back if you don't get drafted high or whatnot and say, man, I should have came out when my stock was high. So me personally, I think he should come out now while his stock is high. I mean, he's taking a chance with it, but hey, I understand it's a different day now with that knee over.
All right. All right, last topic. Red. Are the NBA brawls and suspensions getting bad, or are they just that incident with Detroit and not Cincinnati, Charlotte
Charlotte.
gonna happen again?
I mean, I don't think we got a major issue. You don't see. I mean, Detroit just a team that just like to fight. They just that team. They trying to represent the bad boys. I think it seems like every Detroit team that's good always want to represent the bad boys. You had Phillips and big dude that started. I forgot his name, but center.
Lambeer.
No. The one that was with Phillips and Hamilton. The one that they started with
Oh,
Ron
Ben
Artest.
Wallace.
Okay. You got those era Pistons, those were the bad boys. And now you got this era with the Duran, the Isaiah Stewart, the Cade Cunningham. Like I say, it's just every era of Detroit basketball always got physical guys that like to scrub and fight. But I don't think it's a league-wide issue. I mean, and Isaiah Stewart, man, dude, you look like such a teddy bear in your family photos. But man, boy, you look like a psycho crazy man. And you going out there rushing on the court trying to kill somebody. Man, I really thought he was gonna get a whole lot worse than 7 games. I was with Kenya Martin. I thought he was gonna get 25 games, but like I say, it's a new NBA. Adam Silver's NBA is definitely not Dave Stern's NBA. So I don't think every team is like this. I think Detroit just like to talk that mess. I mean, Duran, you was out of line when you put your hand in Buddy's face. And the Charlotte dude, boy, he was upset. He just really overreacted, but he was coming after Duran. Now, I don't like all that stuff that Bridges and Stewart were doing. Those were just like cheap shots, so I just think it's Detroit basketball blowing over, and Charlotte just got in the middle of it. I don't think it's a league-wide issue. Most folks, I mean, like I say, Jordan he keep his hands to himself, but for the most part, I don't think it's a league-wide issue. It's just this issue right here. And Adam Silver don't seem to be too affected by it. He only giving out 3 and 4 games bitches and 7 games bitches to the guy who came out looking crazy than anybody else. So Adam Silver not bothered by it. I don't know why we should.
H.O.
Typical ego with guys that's on the team that's trying to be the tough guys, trying to be the. We can blame this on Draymond Green trying to be tough. But I'm gonna tell you, the Pistons, it could hurt the Pistons more than it hurt Charlotte, because the Pistons gonna have the number 1 seed, and now all of the referees will be having a meeting before each Piston games in the playoffs to let them know that we're not gonna put up with any of this tough guy act. So the Pistons could hurt themselves in the playoffs as a number 1 seed because of this incident.
Good
All
point.
right. And ladies and gentlemen, right there, that is our 5 for 5. We are done with 5 for 5. Thank you all for joining us and commenting on it. That's 5 for 5 for another week. So, just in case everybody forgot, we did have a Super Bowl this past Sunday, and the Super Bowl was won by the Seattle Sea Chickens, who came up and put their defense on top of Drake May, and Drake May turned into Drake May not, and he could not overcome that defense to win the Super Bowl. All right. H.O., what thoughts do you have? Was it a good game, bad game, medium game, Did you expect Seattle to win? And what are your genuine opinions on the game?
I was pulling for Seattle because of a good friend Bob. I wanted Clint Kubiak
Oh Lord!
to show.
God.
I wanted Clint Kubiak to show that he is the next coming. He is coming, and that the Seattle defense is for real. And it goes to show that Josh McDaniels, yeah, maybe he's not as good as we think he is. Without Belichick, without Brady, and couldn't get it done as far as the play calling. It was pretty pathetic. The only thing I'll be pissed off is not good about is Sir Mix-a-Lot not sending me no invitation to the Baby Got Back celebration after the Super Bowl.
That's a good one there.
Yeah.
Red, what's your thoughts?
Similar to H.O. I don't think like I said, Seattle, it was a dominating win. Just overall, it was a dominating win. It wasn't the greatest Super Bowl game, wasn't one of the best. I enjoyed it because I was pulling for Seattle. It did pick up a little in the second half once the Patriots scored a touchdown. But overall, Seattle, I was never worried about them losing this game. I mean, their defense dominated this game from start to finish. Drake May went from Sam Darnold seeing ghosts to Drake May now seeing ghosts. Sam Darnold put his best Ghostbuster performance on, and he conquered his demons. He didn't even have his best game, but he conquered his demons as far as during this entire playoff, turning the ball over and not making the right play at the right time. He didn't turn the ball over at all. And for most of the playoff games, he made the right play at the right time. He didn't always need touchdowns, but it may have led to a field goal and points scored. And points scored mean, and your defense keeping the other team from scoring mean you doing your job. Now you won the NFC Championship game. You more so managed the Super Bowl, but still, you coming into your own, Sam Darnold. You're doing whatever it takes to win, even though you don't have your best game sometimes. Back in the day, when you didn't have your best game, it was a given fact your team was gonna lose. Now you can have mediocre games. You can have games where you turn the ball over and your team can still win, Sam Darnold. So I think Sam Darnold finally found the right team. They definitely love him. They definitely respect him. Like I say, Seattle Superhawks are champions once again. Mike McDonald, good job, Super Bowl champion in his second year with the team. Like I say, and the Patriots, I don't think was Josh McDaniels. I don't think he lost it. I just think his young quarterback, was seeing, like you say, he was just seeing ghosts. It went from Sam Darnold seeing ghosts to now Drake May seeing ghosts. So I'm kind of interested to see how Drake May bounces back from his Super Bowl loss. And I definitely didn't like you crying at the press conference afterwards. No, you emotional and disappointed, but we got to tell these players, y'all got to start saving these tears for the locker room. Man. All the crying, man. Come on now. You are proving that this new wave of athletes is just bubblegum, cotton ball soft. And you need to try to get out of that now because you're going to have folks talking about you instead of respecting you. So overall, though, Seattle proved that they were the dominant team for the year. They proved the fact that they were the number one seed in NFC and the number one seed in the NFL. So props goes to Seattle, Sam Darnold, that defense, offensive player of the year in Jigba, Kenneth Walker, the third Super Bowl MVP. Like I say, it was an all-around team win. Everybody on the team got some shine during this playoff run, and well-deserved Seattle. So props to Seattle Seahawks, 2000 NFL World Champions for the season.
All right. Well, the Sea Chickens proved that it was an ugly Super Bowl, as they said. It wasn't You know, everybody loves to see offense. Love to see folks scoring 30-something to 30 or something like that, but it didn't turn out that way. So, hey, Seahawks did what they had to do to win the game. And it was good for them, good for the organization. Mike McDonald has established himself as one of the up-and-coming coaches in the NFL, like the other one. Let's see. Going back, Winston says Stewart getting 7 games, just 7 games is diabolical. He was on the bench, then he ran out there along with a history of violence in the league. Suspension is more than to keeping Detroit in the running. Well, business decisions have to be made, and that was a business decision, give or take. So, you know, it's what it is. But as far as the Patriots and Seahawks game, I know the what's his name was very interesting after the game. The parade and the cusses, the on TV with the Seahawks and Ernest Jones let everybody know how he feels about how y'all feel about his quarterback. He let y'all know in 2 words, and we can't repeat these 2 words because it's a family show. I want to make sure we keep it a family show and keep it a buck, because Rev will come on and rough somebody up for using very bad language. All right. Let's see. All right, last I checked, we are at the end of the show. There's a quick show today, but before we go, we got to ask you, who has the right to do what today? And H.O., we're going to start with you. I realize that there's a certain group of people on TV right now. I know they got the right to do something, even though it's probably going to be easy, but we'll ask anyway. Who has the right to do what?
Yeah, but I'm going to turn my attention to Atlanta Braves. You got the right.
Uh-oh.
To succumb to the pressure of the fans who want you to get back into the playoff and make a deep playoff run. So, Braves, get yourself together. You have the right to have an injury-free year, an offensive great year, and a year where you're not blowing games at the end of the game. Let's go, Braves.
All right. Red, who has the right to do what and why?
I know we mentioned this earlier, but I'll go ahead and elaborate. Damian Lillard, you got the right to explain to us why you participating in 3-point contest if you're not playing this season. I'm trying to figure out exactly how is this possible anyway that a guy who's out for the season can participate in the 3-point contest. If that's the case, why about we bring retired players back and let them participate in the contest? How about we bring the players who got cut from a team, let them participate in the contest? I'm saying if players who out for the season can just enter the contest, come on, you out. But hey, Portland allowing them to get away with it. I guess he's feeling good, but you still got to move your legs and go from, rack to rack. You like you just got to stand there, but we'll see. But like I say, you got the right. I'm sure somebody gonna put a microphone in his face tonight and ask him, "You think how you doing?" He said, "You out for the season." So I hope he gives us a good explanation. But me personally, I think it's a bunch of BS. That spot should have went to somebody. Let me see who on. You know what, Coach? That spot should have went to Luke Kennard because he the top 3-point shooter this year. That's who that spot should have went to. I don't know why Luke didn't get in the contest or beat Krejci. Well, I don't know about beat. He kind of boring. What you think, H.O.? You don't think Luke Kennard should have been in the contest this year?
Yeah, I think it would have been a great choice to be in the contest. Yeah,
Anyway.
Maybe Damian Lillard trying to get some bonus money.
Yeah.
You got the right You got the right to explain. Yeah, exactly. You got the right to explain yourself, Miller. You can't play for the Blazers. You should be in the 3-point contest. And Luke Kennard, you got the right to explain yourself why you not in the contest. You best 3-point shooter in the game this year.
They could have gave Chris Paul a chance to win the contest on his way out the door. If that's the case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
Well, why can't Steph be in it then? Steph hurt. Yeah, Steph can't be in it.
Steph said he hurt. Steph got sense. He said he's not going to get nothing, and he hurt. He said, no.
Klay Thompson, go out there and bring that way Megan as well. Well, I'm saying, I want to see some actual players that actually shoot. I wouldn't mind seeing Klay Thompson in the contest this year. I am showing out for Megan.
Yeah.
In fact, that would have been a nice one, Coach. We would have had Mitchell for Coco and Klay for Megan showing out. Then we could have pictures on them two. Why they guys shooting or something? I don't know. Just some entertainment thoughts.
Yeah, shoot it, honey. Shoot it. Anyway. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, that is all for today.
Well, we needed a quick show after going almost 3 o'clock last week.
Great show. Yeah, last week was a long show because y'all jumped into the Falcons. They went on and on and on. But anyway, H.O.
Yes,
I
sir.
want to thank you as usual for popping on here, sir. We always look forward to your insightful commentary, and hopefully Duke can pull out a victory and Duke can eat his dog food and enjoy the day.
Yeah. And
you can wear your Duke hat proudly.
Absolutely.
We'll see how that goes. I know Clemson is 20-5. I did not know that they were that good, so I guess they're gonna give it a go, but it'll be just look like all other Duke contests. They're gonna be playing close first half, and then second half you turn to the game. Duke will be up by 20, and they'll be moving on, except for that one game last Saturday. But we won't talk about that. We won't discuss.
See you on the 7th.
I will. I was talking about it.
See you on the 7th.
Yeah, the 7th, and no Caleb Williams. That could be quite ugly, but we won't discuss that either.
Well, we're gonna see how y'all do with Pitt today, Coach. Y'all should be able to handle them.
All right. Any closing thoughts from either one of you? Anything you want to say before we shut it down for the day?
Yeah, I'm so disappointed in my UGA Bulldogs. I mean, Lord, for the second year in a row, you don't let the SEC play take you out to the tournament, possibly, man. You do good until the SEC conference start. And then once you got to play the SEC, come on, Mike White, man. Come on. They hired you to play your best in the SEC. God. I just hate we're going to miss another tournament. We possibly might miss another tournament again this year.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, just in case you didn't know, we are done for the day, for today. Hopefully, next week, we'll be back, same bat time, same bat channel. And we'll have more topics to discuss. And football is over, y'all. Football is over.
Football.
I forgot. No football. Unless you like the USFL or whatever that is called, or Canadian or whatever. Unless you play it the side of your house or something. Yes, football is in it. I read they pouring out a little for football. Anyway, we'll be back next week. We still got sports to say. We got basketball. We got baseball coming up. We got some other stuff. So hopefully we'll see you all. Yep, we'll see you all next week. Right here on the Red and Red Sports Show. Later.